Content warning. On this podcast, we discuss sensitive issues, including but not limited to swearing, tasteless jokes, situations of a sexual nature, and drug use. This podcast is not intended for children. Hello, and welcome to BiblioWrecks, the podcast where we read the worst stories the world has to offer. I'm Bugs.
I'm Bam Bam, and I hate this fucking book.
You actually hate it now because you were only annoyed before.
Well, I was torn because this is a good book, but I hate it.
Hey, we do that too.
Yeah. Like, technically speaking, this is a very well done book.
Okay.
I just don't like it at all. And there are some things I pretty vehemently hate about it.
Is it like Dirty Liar?
No. Well, kinda. That one was more, it made me feel bad.
Okay.
This one, I just don't like how it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what are we doing today?
We are doing Wreckage by Emily Bleeker.
Okay.
And this was a suggestion over email. Listener Kara, who listens to us on her commute. And we love that about her.
Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for sending us this suggestion.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's bad enough for us to hate.
Yeah, at least for me. Trigger warnings for this episode: attempted rape.
Okay.
And successful murder.
Ooh, nice.
Also birth, which I guess is the opposite of murder.
Right, but it's good to have a content warning for
Yeah.
birth, because it can be, if it's described like really graphically or
Yeah.
bad stuff happens, that's something.
It doesn't really describe it graphically or anything. I just thought it was funny.
Oh.
And there is a birth, so.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. So this book is a peculiar blend of things for me because the story on its own is really good. Mm-hmm. The descriptions are good without the prose getting in the way, like not overly rosy language or anything crazy like that. The appropriate amount. The things I hate about this book are the characters and the way the story is structured.
Oh.
Now, while it is structured very well, I hate it. The story takes place bouncing between two different timelines.
Which we've established, not your thing generally.
Yeah, we've got two timelines, the past and the present. When we are in the past, it is either David or Lily in first person, while in the present, it's third person, following David and Lily still.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in all the past events, it is first person. You are in these characters' heads.
Okay.
But when you're in the present, it's third person. You're still following these characters.
I don't know if I've seen that done before.
Yeah, it's kind of... I understand why it's done.
Right. I can see why there would be advantages of that. Mm-hmm. But that sounds jarring.
Yeah, but I know why it's done, and it's because the main theme of this entire story is lying.
Right.
So in the present, we live in a tangled mess of lies and flashbacks. In the past, we follow the characters' perspectives after they survive a plane crash. Mm-hmm. And they have to survive on an island for 2 years.
Okay. And they don't know it's going to be 2 years. They're just like, we're stuck here forever.
Yeah, essentially. And in the present, they are doing an interview. So at the same time that the past events are revealed, we're also getting the false narrative that they're giving.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. So that's why it makes sense for this story to be jumping back and forth, because you're comparing one set of events to a false set of events and going back and forth.
Done well, like in movies. I don't remember what movie it was, but you would have the narrator like talking and telling somebody this thing happened, and then you're actually seeing what really happened, and the difference can make like a really strong point.
Yeah, and I think it's done about as well as it can be done here. There's a lot of conceal and reveal, but for the sake of this podcast, I'm going to be giving the events in chronological order.
Okay.
So as to make it simpler.
Right.
And save a lot of time.
Yeah.
We start with Lily and her mother-in-law Margaret on an all-expense-paid vacation to Fiji.
Okay.
So they stay in Fiji for about a week. At the end of that week, they are going to get on a private plane and go to a private island.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. But I think Margaret won, the mother-in-law Margaret, won a sweepstake from a yogurt company, and that's why they're on this trip.
Oh, okay. So they're not wealthy. They won this trip.
Yeah. So on the plane, they meet Dave, and he's a rep for the yogurt company. company. I think this is like a stand-in for like Activia, because Dave talks about their sales pitch and about the probiotics and the regular pooping.
Right.
I guess in this universe, it's cheaper to send people to Fiji than hire Jamie Lee Curtis. Once on the plane, Lily talks to the flight attendant, and her name is Teresa. Mm-hmm. Dave takes a call from his wife, and they've been trying to get pregnant for at least a year, I think.
Right.
And his wife, Beth, has hormone problems. She went through menopause like 20 years early.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. So they had to try in vitro. Mm-hmm. But she forgot to take her hormone shots.
Oh, no.
And loses the eggs.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. So she calls Dave because she's
sad.
She's having a lot of feelings.
Yeah.
So, from what I get from the story, Beth says that she forgot to take the hormone injections, but the reality is she has a lot of pride about making a baby on her own, and she felt it was hurting her feelings and her pride to have to take hormone shots.
Oh.
Yeah. And functionally she's wrong, but I get that.
Right.
You know, all of the intentions of the people throughout the book mostly make sense to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like actually being pregnant is very important to this character because Dave brought up adoption or hiring a surrogate. So
okay.
Yeah.
She wants it to be hers biologically, and she really wants naturally, even though that's not likely to happen.
Yeah, not with her condition. So she forgot on purpose, I guess, which Dave suspects from the beginning, even though he doesn't have like any of this evidence. Mm-hmm. So he is pissed off at her.
Oh, even though she said it was an accident.
Right.
He's assuming it was malicious. Mm-hmm. Which, considering the amount of money that stuff costs, I cannot imagine wasting those shots.
Yeah.
Like, that's a horrific waste of money.
Yeah. So I get him being angry here. I think it's a little shitty, but it's definitely understandable.
Right.
So, meanwhile, Dave is dealing with this. Lily is sitting on the plane next to her mother-in-law reading a romance novel. And this thing I have, like, a pet peeve about. Mm-hmm. It's a trope that a character in the book is going to be reading a novel or something like that. I feel like it's, like, a cheap way to get the audience to identify with the character.
All right.
So, I just don't like it.
You mean that's in other books or specifically this book?
I mean, it's definitely in this book, but I've seen it in a lot of other books. Like, the main character will have some affinity for books, and you know, you're reading a book, so more than likely you're going to identify with this character.
Oh, to help make them like personable.
Yeah.
And okay.
To you specifically, the reader.
Gotcha.
And
okay.
I mean, it's fine. I just don't like it.
Okay.
It's tropey, and it's just a pet peeve.
Gotcha. I don't think I really ever noticed that.
Yeah. So anyway, she pulls out her laptop to send some videos to her husband and her kids from the trip so far. She sees Dave, who is clearly distraught. She leaves her laptop on her seat next to her mother-in-law. This is important for later. Mm-hmm. So sits next to Dave in the flight attendant seat. Also important for later. Dave is trying to be professional, but he was supposed to meet with Lily and her mother-in-law. And he's trying to be professional, but him and Lily have like a really good chemistry.
Oh, yeah. Oh no.
And dance on the line of flirtation. The plane lurches as the engine goes out.
Oh no.
Yeah, they've still got another engine at this point.
Right.
The attendant, Teresa, tells everyone to put on their seatbelts. Mm-hmm. The plane, quote, jumps, which I assume is just like a sudden movement, like the other engine goes out at this point.
Right.
Sending Teresa into the ceiling, breaking her neck before she falls back to the floor dead.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Then the intercom pipes up. The pilot says they're going to be doing an emergency water landing and to listen to Teresa for directions.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This is like my worst nightmare.
That's like a comedy beat, though, right?
Yeah. It's horrifying and
like
funny.
The only reason it's not actually comedic is that we've met this character and spoken to this character at this point.
Right.
Other than that, this is definitely a comedy beat.
Oh, no. So this plane is big enough that there's a cockpit door.
Yeah.
And he does not see that she's dead, and he doesn't see the passengers.
Right. But there's only
it's small enough.
5 people on this plane total.
Right. It's a small airplane, but it is big enough that the cockpit is enclosed and separate.
Yeah.
All right. Not like a little tiny plane or anything.
Right. So, at the same time as this is happening, Lily's laptop flies from up her seat when the plane jumps and cracks her mother-in-law in the skull.
Oh my god!
Right in the forehead.
Oh, no.
And this is ultimately what kills her.
Oh, no.
But it takes like a couple of days for that to happen. Plane crashes in the water. Dave and Lily help the mother-in-law out of the seat and out of the plane into the emergency raft that the pilot, Kent, has inflated.
Okay.
After everyone gets on the raft and out of the plane, Kent starts shouting for Teresa. And Kent has had a previous relationship with Teresa.
Oh.
But it, at some point in the last year, has ended.
Right.
But he clearly still has a lot of feelings for her.
Mm-hmm. And he didn't know she was dead?
Right. He didn't see her die. I don't...
But her body would be, like, right there.
Yeah, that's the thing that confuses me. He would have had to leave the cockpit...
And presumably
pass by her body in the middle of the plane.
Yeah, or trip. Like, he'd be literally tripping over her.
Right. So I don't know exactly how that works. Or if I missed something in the space work throughout that scene.
Right. Like, maybe she was at the tail end of the plane.
Yeah, or maybe there was, like, a front door on the... that doesn't sound like a real thing, but...
Because if we don't know what, like, size and shape of the plane... Okay, but we've established she dead, he not know.
Right. He starts shouting for Teresa. Dave tells him that she's dead, but Kent won't believe him. He accuses them of leaving her down there to drown, even though...
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Who would do that?
But Kent is also mad that they left her down there to drown, but they saved the old lady, and he's mad about that.
The mother-in-law?
The mother-in-law.
He's upset they saved the mother-in-law?
And not his ex-girlfriend.
The one who...
The one who is dead, yes.
This guy is having a bad day, and he's acting insane.
Yeah, well, it doesn't get any better.
Nope, I'm sure it doesn't.
Kent is consistently a dick throughout this entire story. Mm-hmm. And will continue to be. Lily starts taking blame for Teresa and her mother-in-law's deaths. Because if she hadn't been in Teresa's seat, Teresa could have been sitting down, even though I'm sure there was another seat, so that's silly.
Right.
And also, she's taking blame because it was her computer that flew up and hit her mother-in-law in the head when the plane lurched.
Completely accidental things that had nothing to do with her behavior. She could not have foreseen.
Right. But she's taking the blame here, and this is kind of...
They're acting like Lily threw a banana peel in front of somebody's foot.
Right. But this is also a continuing theme for Lily.
Okay.
And like us, Dave tries to tell her, no, that's wrong. You couldn't have possibly known this was happening. So Dave is a really good guy to Lily.
Right. To Lily.
Yep.
The girl, they're the woman he has just met.
Mm-hmm. Kent, however, is totally fine laying all the blame on Lily.
Right.
The thing that pisses me off is that no one ever considers that Kent might be at fault for this entire story.
I was going to say he's the pilot.
Right.
He's the pilot.
The closest we get is that they postulate he may have been drinking, and nobody smelled like alcohol in his breath or anything like that. And Dave had spoken to him before they took off in the plane. Mm-hmm. And the only thing they have to go off as far as that goes is back in the 90s, he got caught drinking and flying.
Oh, okay.
And that's the only time we ever get anywhere near assigning blame to Kent.
Right.
Even though he was the one with the plane, or he was the one in charge of the plane, my thing is, I'm thinking he just didn't do any maintenance, which caused the plane to malfunction.
Right. Or he didn't do the pre-checklist that he should have done.
Right. And definitely at that point, the transponder in the emergency raft has a dead battery. That's another one of those things he should have checked.
Yes. That is on him.
Mm-hmm. But no one ever applies fault to Kent.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of crazy to me.
So that bothers me.
Yeah.
So anyway.
If you actually think about it, it's the mother-in-law's fault for winning the trip.
Yeah, it's definitely her fault. I'm all for blaming mother-in-laws for things. She was also a bitch to Teresa too, so that kind of sucks.
Oh.
Yeah.
But we are coming into this story with flawed humans doing flawed things.
Yes.
Which is refreshing, where we get stuck in bad books where we have perfect boys who magically know everything.
Yeah.
Or perfect virginal, princesses who must be rescued. So I really like the change in pace.
Yeah, these are excellently done, flawed characters.
Yeah.
So anyway, they float around the ocean until they spot an island. They land, figure out that this is an uninhabited island.
Oh no.
They bury Margaret, and they begin doing survival stuff. Again, this book irks me personally with this. It mostly hand waves away the survival stuff that happens on the island. It talks about it, but, there's nothing, like, especially creative going on. It's just basic stuff. They live in a small hut. They huddle together for warmth. They poop on the ground. They eat mussels and clams.
They don't know to dig, like, a poop hole?
They were originally digging a poop hole, but they were, eventually, I guess they just started getting tired of that, and they were like, as long as it's 30 feet outside of camp, just don't ask, don't tell.
It's kind of like back when we did It Ends With Us. It's like, business runs, we have money, no, hand wave.
Well,
where it's just, we want it to work because that's not where the story is.
Yeah, for the most part, but it's not like these characters are super successful at survival. They are basically starving all of the time.
Okay.
But they get along well enough to continue being alive.
Okay. So it is relevant, we're just ignoring most of it.
Yeah. It's not the main focus of the story. The main focus of the story is social dynamics between all of these people.
Right.
And once we get back, more people. So it's not the thing that I would like about this story, because I just like survival stories personally.
Yeah.
But this author just wanted to write a story about social dynamics and stuff like that, and that's fine.
And that was the place she could do it, the sandbox, where you don't have outside interference, and I can just focus on these characters doing these things. Yeah.
And I think that's fine. It's good. Just not my thing.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, the big tension builder on the island is the social dynamics. Lily is racked with mourning over her mother-in-law and her family that she may never see again. Because at home she's got a husband and 2 children.
Yeah, I would be distraught.
Yeah. David is nearly useless.
Oh, great.
But he's kind to and takes up for Lily to Kent a lot of the time.
Okay.
So, Kent has all of the survival skills because he was an Eagle Scout.
Oh.
But he's also a huge pulsating anus of a man. For instance, Kent finds fresh water, because before that they were like trying to extract water from like the dew in the morning and stuff like that, and it's really miserable.
Yeah.
He finds fresh water, and he won't tell anyone where the fuck it is.
But what if he dies? They'll die of water. They die.
Die of not having,
Yeah.
Die of water not have.
Because of him being an asshole?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They have to sneakily follow him to find the water.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, what if he broke a leg? How would they get water to him?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's a huge
dick.
dick.
So he is just selfish and controlling.
And he's wanting all the authority on the island.
Right, because he's the pilot.
Yeah. And he wants to continue being the captain of the island.
Right.
So, it's tense basically all the time on this island. The survival part is pretty basic. They all forage for food to some degree, eating roots, snails, fruit, fish. Kent and Dave take turns fishing, and Lily washes the clothes for everyone. So, she's a house mom, so that's just kind of what she's better at anyway, I guess.
Right.
So, they're just playing into their skills.
Okay.
So,
when they got off the plane into the raft, did they get to take anything with them, like their luggage? Or...
Yeah, they got Lily's bag, which had a lot of Margaret's stuff in it. So a couple of little doodads. The biggest thing for the story that was in there is there were hotel soaps.
Okay, well, that's good.
So they can clean themselves to some degree.
Right. They probably don't have a source of fat to make soap in the future.
Well, they have coconuts.
Yeah, because you would need ash, lye, and fat to make soap, I think.
Yeah. So, but they never get anywhere near that industrious.
Okay.
It is find food, go to sleep, find food.
Yep.
Go to sleep.
Gotcha.
And also, during this time, there are some amount of, like, trying to make an SOS signal or something. But that's all background, and I think Kent takes care of most of that. And he does most of the hunting.
Where is this located? This is in Asia?
The South Pacific.
South Pacific. Okay.
Around Fiji, but some mysterious amount. It's an island that presumably doesn't exist, and doesn't matter if it exists.
Right.
But yeah, South Pacific somewhere.
Small enough that there's no people living on it, big enough that 3 humans could potentially forage and survive for a while.
It's big enough for 3 people to barely stay alive on it.
Right.
So, on to sleeping arrangements. As I said earlier, they kind of just sleep all together to conserve body heat. After a couple of months, Kent, ostensibly asleep, starts rubbing and touching Lily in the night.
Ugh. Ugh.
At first, Lily thinks this is an unconscious Kent sleep groping her. But soon figures out that he stops anytime she coughs or moves.
Oh, that bastard.
So he's definitely awake.
Yeah. Seeing what he can get away with.
Right. So one big thing that
I will sleepwalk and accidentally punch you in the dick.
So coming up is part of the story I take exception with, but I'm not sure if I'm right.
Okay.
I might need to be checked, but I'm afraid that I might be victim blaming a little bit.
All right.
So if I am, just let me know.
Right. We'll see.
Yeah. So one day while Lily is washing clothes, she gets done and goes for a wash, and she keeps all the little soaps and stuff like that so she can wash her hair. She saves it for special occasions.
Right. Because you want to make that last as long as possible.
Yeah. So she's washing, then she hears something in the woods. She hears like a grunt, some movement, something falls, and then it runs away.
Okay.
She doesn't know what the hell it is, so she's terrified.
Right, because it could be an animal that they don't know about.
Right. So she runs away in her underwear, runs back to the beach, and she runs into Kent. So she tells him what happened. Quote, "And that's why you're standing on the beach soaking wet, dressed in your underwear?" He runs his gaze up and down my nearly naked body. "Why do you have to be such an ass, Kent?" Kent's hands grab my bare arms and yanks me to my feet. "Don't get all hysterical on me. I didn't mean to shatter your fragile feelings." "Kent, let me go." "You smell good," he grunts. "Real good." "I'm not asleep this time, Kent. Let go of me right now, or one night while you're sleeping, you might find a snake in your pants."
Okay.
She does clarify that this is not an innuendo.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
That's...
I'm glad we cleared that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been confused. I thought she was going to put another dick in his pants.
Right.
"I don't know what you're talking about, bitch. Go run home to Daddy and tell him all about all the monsters in the forest." His hand rests casually on the hilt of his knife, conveniently tucked into the waist of his shorts. "Just don't even think about pointing your finger at me."
Okay. So he's coming out full on aggression
Yeah.
and bringing it up a notch.
Yeah. And to Lily's credit, she takes away from this situation. That was definitely Kent watching her out in the woods while she was bathing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some amount of time passes, and Dave has started noticing Kent looking at Lily in that way.
Right.
So he spent the last couple weeks secretly crafting a knife for her.
Yeah.
Because Kent had 2 knives. He gave one of them to Dave,
Yeah.
and he kept the other one.
Right.
So he goes to give her this knife. Quote, "Kent's dangerous. He can't be trusted. You need it for protection." "Protection? Protect me from what? Are you insinuating you made this knife for me to use against Kent?" "Listen, neither of us is entirely safe with him, but you're the most vulnerable." "Why?" she scoffs, pulling away. "Because I'm a woman?" "No, yes, in a way," I stumble. "Thanks for your concern, but I'm sure I can take care of myself." "What do you think he's going to do? Get me in a holdup? Assault me with his overwhelming misogyny?"
Maybe hold you down and rape you.
Yeah.
That sounds like what Dave's concerned about.
Right.
Is holding you down and
And
raping
he definitely
you.
is. And she's gotten very clear signals that that's going to happen.
He's been molesting you in your sleep.
Right.
He's been aggressive to you now in the daylight.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why she is behaving this way.
The only attribution I can give to this character that possibly makes sense, and this is not directly given to me by the book, but I'll go ahead and give you the next part. Quote, "No, it's because of the way he looks at you, Lily. He watches you like a predator with his prey. He thinks he can do anything on this island and get away with it. I'm starting to think he can. Bottom line is, you're not safe with him, and it's only a matter of time before ... Before what, Dave?" Her voice trembles, and I can't tell if she's angry or frightened. "Before he takes it beyond looking. Be aware, be careful, because if anything happens to you, I don't know what I'll do."
Right.
Don't do...
Because he'll have to decide whether he wants to fight him
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah.
And he's the one with the other knife.
And it has been brought up before that, in Lily's mind for sure, that if Kent and David get in a fight, Kent will definitely win. He's a much bigger guy and does all this survival stuff. He's just a bigger, tougher guy.
Right.
Don't do anything stupid, Dave. Don't try to cross him. He's not a 12-year-old Boy Scout playing pretend. Her voice quivers, and her stone mask of bravery cracks momentarily. And I see she's vulnerable, breakable. I'll keep the knife if it makes you feel better, but promise me you won't try to handle him on your own. I'll only keep it if you promise. So that seems to infer she's definitely aware that Kent is a threat to her. Mm-hmm. But I just don't understand why she was resistant to taking the knife.
Right. It kind of just sounds like she doesn't want to even think about the possibility.
Right.
The possibility is so upsetting, she's going to lock it out and not think about it.
Yeah. And that was kind of the best attribution I could give to the character as to why she's acting like this, is she's trying to keep the option of violence like so far away that she's actually leaving herself vulnerable.
Right.
Which I can kind of get my head around. It just seems bizarre to me.
I have known people who were so unwilling to think about unpleasant things that they would go, nah, 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 and walk away.
Yeah.
Like, I have met people who were like that. Is she that way in other circumstances, though? Because this is like a personality trait of the person I'm thinking of.
There is an instance later on when the actual attempted rape is happening. Dave catches Kent trying to do it and tells him to get the fuck off of her.
Right.
And she knows a fight is about to happen. So she's like, no, don't fight. I'll just go with him.
She wants to placate Kent?
Yeah. She's playing peacemaker like so hard that she's using herself as a bargaining chip.
Okay, so this is her personality trait.
Yeah.
She is unwilling to deal with conflict of any kind, and even willing to think of conflict of any
Which,
kind.
now that I think about it, makes even more sense because the second half of the book is just about her lying so that she doesn't have to deal with things.
Yeah, then that makes this understandable. She herself as a person is not willing to deal with conflict, think about conflict. She just wants peace and to not have to handle it.
Yeah, she's just super conflict averse.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm much more satisfactory with that.
Yeah.
Than what I was originally thinking.
Yeah, because the person I know who is extremely conflict avoidant will go to absurd lengths to avoid conflict, and it's quite silly. It ends up being very silly.
Yeah. I was so unsure about that I had talked to a friend of the pod, Birdie, about that. And she had kind of like started that line of thought. So, yeah, I feel like she had a good point there.
Right.
And, yeah, I feel much better about this than the conclusion I was coming to. Because I was afraid I was being kind of victim-blaming. It does seem crazy to me.
Right.
But I understand.
I don't think that we're victim blaming. I think that we're victim explaining.
Yeah.
Because we're just saying she is behaving this way. It's not logical, but it is also just part of how she wants to deal with this. Yeah. And Kent is the bad guy. He is the bad guy through the whole thing.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be on that character, like just treating this as like a hypothetical human instead of just a character in a book.
Right.
It's not on her to not get raped.
Right. It's on him to not do the raping.
Right. But at the same time, rape is just a reality that exists in the real world and this fictional world.
Right.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
So the characters are well thought out. Like their psychology has been very carefully built.
Yeah.
I really like that.
And yeah, like you were saying, the continued conflict avoidant part of her personality, I had not put together myself, so I'm glad we came to that.
Yeah.
That kind of improves it a bit in my mind. So that's good. I do have other problems, though.
Well, good. Otherwise, that's the end of the episode, folks.
Well, I guess this one's a good book. Fuck it.
Oh, I gotta hang up my hat and turn it on.
I wrote 11 pages of shit for nothing. I quit. Yeah, another weird thing. The male character in this scene is explaining rape to a woman, or the possibility of rape to a woman. And that feels weird. Weird writing choice. But again, I kind of understand it because she's being so conflict avoidant.
It's also possible she just grew up extraordinarily privileged and never really thought about it or dealt with it.
Yeah, which is crazy to me because my first read through was like, have you ever been a woman?
Right, because that's something...
You're a late 30s woman. Have you never ever been in a room and been made uncomfortable by a man?
Right. That part is kind of odd. But also, if she is this conflict avoidant as a person, it's possible she absolutely ignores all of those warning signs and refuses to accept those feelings of stranger danger, you know?
So, time passes, and one day Lily is taking a nap on a rock near the pond where she does all the washing when Kent sneaks up and clamps a hand over her mouth. And, of course, the knife is...
back with her clothes.
Yeah, back with her clothes. Nowhere near where she can grab it.
He's much bigger. She's smaller.
Yeah.
She's vulnerable.
Clamps a hand over her mouth until she passes out. When she comes to, Kent has dragged her down to the water and tells her to wash. Kent, quote, Kent, quote, Kent. Kent, what do you want? I stutter, still half submerged in the mud. What do I want? He laughs deep in his chest. I want you to get on your feet right this second. That's what I want. He tosses a chunk of my hair into the mud, grabs another section, much larger this time, and forces me to my feet. You know what else I want? He pulls me up to his face, his breath sour on my cheek, and I have to resist vomiting on him. I want Teresa back. I want her to be the one sleeping in that disgusting shack, but I can't have that, can I? Why not, Lily? He pauses like he expects an answer. Because of you, that's why not. Because you were too busy flirting with the PR guy to get back to your seat.
Wow.
Now you traipse around here half naked playing house with that dummy Dave. And you've got the nerve to act all high and mighty and too good for me. So, yeah, Lily basically only has one friend on the island, and it's Dave, and it's because Kent is such a huge dick. And, yeah, he's mad about that.
Right. He's mad that he's being a dick to people, and they don't instantly love him and worship him and kiss the ground his feet walked upon.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's almost like
Isn't
people don't like that.
Maybe if you were pleasant to be around, people would come around.
So she tries to escape, get to the knife, but he beats her up and has her on the ground. Dave shows up and he attacks Kent, but Kent quickly gets the upper hand on Dave and is choking him to death. So Lily grabs the knife and stabs Kent to death.
Yep.
Lily is traumatized by this event, and I definitely want to say this character Lily is so traumatized throughout this entire book.
Yeah.
Like, just what she's already been through and what will continue throughout the story, because it gets worse. She takes her killing Kent really hard.
Because there was a conflict and she was forced to do something.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the ultimate having to deal with something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can just, and then, it's like, well, maybe if I had pacified him, I wouldn't have had to do this, and maybe, yeah.
But yeah, she is racked with guilt over this, and she's afraid she's going to get a murder charge if they ever get off this island.
Oh.
So Dave takes Kent's body, takes to the other side of the island near some cliffs, and what blood he's got left in his body, he bleeds it over the side of the cliff so that it attracts sharks.
Oh.
And then he cuts up Kent and throws him in the water.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, very sensible.
Yeah, burying him would be a pain in the ass, a lot of work.
And Dave enjoys
it. Oh, is his villain side coming out?
No, he just hates Kent.
Oh. But I mean,
I don't blame him. I'd also hate Kent.
Because you've lost an able-bodied adult who can do foraging and fishing and stuff.
Yeah, and they do have a rough time surviving after this, too. So, yeah, this does have consequence.
Okay.
To their survival on the island for the rest of the time that they're there.
Right. How long have they been on the island at this point? Has it been 6 months?
I
9
think
months?
at this point it's been 7 months. Because I think there was a line that said they spent total time on the island was, I think it was 1 year and 7 months. At another point, it was said that Dave and Lily had the island to themselves for 1 year after Kent was gone.
So that would make sense.
Yeah. Next section is 6 weeks later. Lily is feeling emotionally destroyed by these events still.
Right.
Dave is giving her space because she survived a potential rape. I think this is sensible. And he's helping out as much as he can and, not really talking to Lily. And Lily is mad at him for this.
For giving her space?
Yeah, because to her, this isn't him giving her space. This is him being distant.
Oh.
Yeah. I also hate this trope in books.
Where they just don't communicate.
Right. They don't communicate. They're not, it's like they're trying not to understand each other's perspective. Because from Dave's perspective, he's giving a potential rape victim physical space.
Yes. Like if I get in your face, you might have a reaction because you're feeling traumatized again. I don't want to re-traumatize you.
Yeah.
And she's feeling like, why are you ignoring me? Don't you love me anymore?
God, this sounds like just being at home. I hate it in books and real life.
Yeah.
At this point, she has lost all hope of ever getting home, and she wants to begin a romance with Dave because, as I said, they've had good chemistry. They've talked to each other a lot. They're good friends.
Okay. She's not concerned about pregnancy on the island?
Well, she does have birth control. I think she has the arm thing.
Okay, so she does have something that would last a while.
Yeah.
All right.
So, of course, I think this is perfectly fine. They're both married, but they're functionally cut off from their spouses forever.
And they have no idea of whether they're ever going to go home. And, you know, that need for human connection will overcome, any other loyalties that are back far, far away that you might never get back to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think this is perfectly good and normal.
It's understandable. Yeah.
For Lily, I think this is partly for her, burying her old life because it hurts so much to remember. Because she thinks fondly. She brings up several times, on her birthday, pretty much all she does is talk about her husband and her kids and past birthdays and stuff like that.
Right.
So she's definitely a severely hurt character by this.
Yeah.
And she's wanting to salvage some amount of happiness in the life she's got left. And Dave has had the hots for her since he met her on the plane, so
right.
He's totally happy about this. However, he is initially resistant at this point. She makes a move on Dave, and he just literally runs away. She tries to kiss him, and he flees. He goes to the other side of the island. He runs away.
So he's having more complicated feelings about this.
Yeah.
Even though he really likes her, he's nice to her, he finds her attractive, he is not having those same thought processes she is.
Yeah. For him, he's, of course, having private thoughts about him and Lily, and he's afraid that he's turning into Kent.
Right.
So,
and that he would be taking advantage of her.
Yeah, and he's being insecure because I definitely understand being trapped on an island with someone. There is definitely the feeling of duress, even though Dave isn't the one putting the duress on her.
Right.
So I get it.
You know who else wishes that they were on an island with their...
God, I don't. It's already hot enough. These air conditioners.
Oh my God, these ads that will bring us a cool, lovely breeze.
Hey. Hello, bad book loving friends. Just updating our socials. We're on Blue Sky now at bugs-bibliowrecks.bsky.social. We have a Substack at Bugs and Books, and the profile name is Bugs at BiblioWrecks. And of course, our website, BiblioWrecks.com. Drop us a message and check out the content that Bugs works on. She's really good at the social stuff. And let's get back to that bad book.
We're back from cool breezes to our hot tropical island.
Yeah. So many coconuts. I haven't had a solid poop in weeks. So I haven't talked a whole hell of a lot about Dave because it's not terribly important until this moment. Dave has been pining for Lily for the entire book, pretty much.
And when we're in his head, does he talk about that?
How much he wants Lily? Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
he is head over heels.
Okay.
It's kind of pathetic, honestly. But simultaneously, while he's pining for Lily, he's also remembering how much he hates his fucking wife.
What? Really?
Yeah, just because of how the last interaction went.
He's not feeling sorry for being that way and being pissed at her. And
He is mad at her the entire time he's on the island. Lily tries to talk to him about it, and he refuses to be talked down from how pissed off he is at his wife.
My goodness. I was not expecting that.
Yeah. I hate Dave.
Even though he's like the good guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, the bar's not high.
No, not rapist.
I certainly don't hate him as much as I hate Kent.
Right.
But I'm
right.
supposed to hate Kent. I'm
Yes.
supposed to like Dave.
Yeah.
You know, but again, sloppy. Everything's messy. They're all messy characters. They're supposed to be like that.
Right.
But I hate who Dave is as a person.
Oh, wow.
But him having reservations that he might accidentally be coercing Lily into a relationship does speak to his character a little bit.
Right.
And that's about the only nice thing I have to say about him, I guess.
Okay.
But they inevitably hook up and have dirty sandy island sex.
Ew.
Yeah, they talk a lot about how bad they stink, too.
I have never, ever in my life imagined that beach sex would be good.
Nah.
All I can think about is sand everywhere.
Yeah. Nobody likes a sandy vagina.
No. Least of all the owner.
But they have a great time in this.
Good for them.
Yeah, I'm glad they had fun. So, as I said earlier, Lily's got birth control, so they're not worried about a baby.
Okay.
Except she gets pregnant anyway.
Oh, God. No, that's going to kill her.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But, again, Lily is putting this out of her mind. She is just like, can't do anything about it now. There's going to be a baby. We have to deal with this.
And he's, like, regretting having sex with her?
Yeah.
Because now he has to deal with helping her birth a child.
Right.
And she's just like, oh, not going to think about it. Wow.
Yeah. So he's excited because he's always wanted to be a dad.
And that was part of the conflict with his wife.
Right.
Wow.
But also he's worried because Lily might die.
Yeah. Yeah. First thought. Yeah.
But she has the baby, and they name him Paul.
Okay.
And throughout the other half of the book, they bring up Paul a lot. And 3/4 of the way through the book, you don't know who Paul is until close to the end.
What?
They keep bringing up Paul. It's like a way to add some intrigue because there's this other character that hasn't been introduced for the entire book. And you're like, who's Paul? Why do they keep bringing up Paul? Why does Lily love Paul so much?
Yeah.
Even though, me personally, it was really easy to figure out
To
it was
guess.
definitely a baby.
Right.
At first, I assumed it was going to be Kent's baby, though. Because it was very clear and very telegraphed that Kent was going to try to rape Lily.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, so that's going to be the course of events. Kent rapes her, she gets pregnant, has a baby. So that's what I thought was going to happen. But
Right.
it's Dave's baby, so.
Only slightly different.
Yeah. So kind of subverting expectations there, you know.
Yeah.
So after she has the baby, they have another fight.
Oh.
Or one of their first fights, maybe? I can't remember if they ever fought before, besides when Dave was being aloof. Dave starts working on the signs and the rescue fire because he's been more concerned about making sure there's enough food for Lily while she's having this baby.
Right.
So he's been neglecting setting up the signal fires and maybe an SOS sign or something like that. I know there's definitely a signal fire. And Lily asks him why.
Why are you trying to get us back to civilization?
Right. Because
we just live here now.
Like I said, this character, I understand why this character is like this. She's just horribly wrong, though.
Exactly. Yes. This is the way she is, and
Right.
she
Well,
is wrong.
Like I said earlier, she has buried her old life. She has accepted that she's not going to get that life back.
Right.
Living on the island here is going to be the forever now, and they should just work on making sure the child can survive on this island alone
Okay.
and die on this island alone. So that's her plan.
Wow.
And Dave has the realistic view. There could be like a health complication.
Yes.
Something could happen to the baby. Something could happen to them.
Yeah.
And they die.
Yep.
The kids should be educated and not be damned to a life on this fucking island.
Right. This is his kind of push to think out.
Yeah.
Think further than today.
But this is also why I hate Dave. because his main concern has not been to try to get off this island. His main thing was pursuing Lily. Or at least his obsession. His main thought throughout the first part of them being on the island is just Lily.
Right.
And now that he's gotten the thing he wants, which is, number 1, Lily, number 2, a kid, now he wants to go back home because he doesn't have to go back to his awful bitch wife.
Oh.
And he's won the prize of Lily. He doesn't think about it in these terms, but that's how my mind is interpreting these things.
But he's also not thinking about she has a family at home.
Right.
If they go home, their families are going to expect them to return to their original families.
Right.
Not
And
be together.
It's almost like in his mind he's winning a prize, and he's won the prize, so he's fine with leaving the island now.
Weird. Very weird.
Because before this, they were just like having fun, fucking around, and now that he's gotten the 2 things he wants, a wife that he likes and a baby, he's ready to go. Game's over for him. He's
Weird.
good.
That's crazy.
So that's my interpretation of this character. I'm sure someone else has got a different interpretation, but I hate this fucking character.
Interesting.
But yeah, for Lily, her entire life has been lost, pretty much. Accepted her fate, resigned to eke out an existence on this island with whatever meager amount of happiness she can make for herself.
Right.
Returning now would destroy what she's got.
Because she doesn't want to go back to her family?
Well, I guess it's more of the non-confrontational thing.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to deal with all this because she's got this new thing on this island now.
Right.
But that would also be complicated because she would also want to go back to her old life.
Right.
So messy, real messy. This character's real confused about it.
She doesn't want to deal with the mess of going back now.
Yeah.
And he's thinking, I have what I want. I can take it with me.
Yeah, because he doesn't have anything to go back to except a wife he hates.
Right.
Also, I feel like Lily, I think it's true when she says she loves Dave, but I think it's like a toxic, dependent kind of love. And I think it kind of shows up more later. Essentially, it kind of feels like she's settling for Dave.
Right.
And this is shown later because whenever they get out and she has to choose, she picks her husband.
Right.
So, but what about baby Paul, you ask?
Oh, does the birth go okay?
The birth goes okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Paul dies, though.
That's sad.
After, like, I think a month or something.
Right.
I can't remember.
This is just not ideal solution.
Yeah.
Ideal situation for a baby.
Yeah. Paul died of being a baby on an island that can barely sustain human life, so...
I mean, because even if she's, like, breastfeeding him, her supply could be low. She doesn't have enough calories.
Also, just, they've got a very limited diet of things, so there's probably some vitamins and stuff she's missing. They're probably not perfectly healthy because they're all, like, rail thin, especially her now that she's...
Had a baby.
Yeah, had a baby.
It's actually more shocking that the pregnancy would last.
Yeah.
And have a surviving baby at all. But poor thing. So I'm guessing this, like, destroys her.
Yeah. Like I said, this character is just destroyed. Like, after this, her health takes an even worse turn, and she goes into a coma.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And Dave is fraught by all this.
Right. Because he thought that he was new wife, new kid, and now no kid, sick wife.
But after, I think, like a week of her being, like, out, Dave sees a ship.
Oh.
Turns out the island is owned by an Italian billionaire who is trying to sell the island, and the real estate agent for the island... I didn't know that was a thing. Do real estate agents do islands?
I'm sure somebody has to sell islands.
Yeah, just weird. Anyway, he's showing off the island. And Dave sets all their shit on fire to try to get attention.
Right.
And after this, he kind of regrets it because the ship just leaves.
Oh, no.
But a couple hours later, a helicopter does show up, save him.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
So now they're rescued.
Yep. Lily wakes up in a hospital in Guam. They've been there for like a week, and Dave is in the bed next to her. Her husband has been there like the entire time. Like as soon as he heard, he rushed down to Guam.
Right.
But the nurses told him he needed to rest, so he left for a little while. And this is the first time Dave and Lily have been alone, and she just became conscious. So
right.
They talk about what they're going to tell everyone. They're not telling anyone about Kent for obvious reasons.
Right.
And they're discussing what they're going to tell them about Paul and their relationship. Quote, And this is Lily talking at first. I'll tell them about Paul, but not about us, is what you're trying to say? It might be easier for everyone. It seems like Beth and Jerry waited for us. How are we supposed to tell them about what we did? Because I thought we were in love. I thought before everything that happened with Paul, we were happy together. You couldn't have been faking the whole time. You loved me, I'm sure. I did, David. I do. I'll always care about you, but you and I both know we can't be together. I get it. You're going home to play house. You think that'll fill the hole that's inside you since you lost Paul? Mark my words, you won't find the answers to your prayers under that roof. You'll spend all your time pretending, and then you'll remember the only real thing you had was on that island with me.
She has children at home.
Right.
She has children who miss her. Who she misses.
Dave is...
He's the one who's unhappy.
Yeah.
He's creating this drama.
And he's a little bitch, and he's whiny.
Yeah.
And I hate him.
Yeah.
And he sucks. And I wish he would have died on the island. Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me, this is Dave showing his true colors. He's motivated by purely selfish reasoning.
Right.
He wanted to whisk her away from any other commitment she had after he won her on the island, and now he's feeling shafted because he doesn't own her now.
Yeah, they're not married.
Right.
They had sex on an island. And honestly, their spouses might even understand. And she still has her family to go back to.
Well,
even if she stayed with him, she still has children. She would still be going home and being at home with her kids, whether or not she stayed married to her husband.
And ultimately, the spouses one spouse understands. We'll get to the other one.
Right.
That's my other beef with the story. But Lily doesn't think that Jerry will be understanding.
Oh, okay.
So this is another series of lies that she has to keep up.
Well, then how does she explain the baby? Does she say she was pregnant when she got there?
So let me give you the extra narratives, because at this point there are going to be 3.
Oh.
There is the actual reality narrative of what happened on the island, which we went over.
Right.
Then there's going to be this false narrative that Lily and Dave are going to be perpetuating.
Okay.
Lily showed up on the plane already pregnant with Jerry's kid. They got to the island. She had the baby. Kent died in a fishing accident eaten by sharks.
Okay.
Baby died. Then they get rescued.
Okay.
And that's roughly the series of events that they're going to be telling the media and stuff like that. And then there's a third narrative, and I'll go ahead and tell that one so that everyone's got it in their head.
Right.
That's going to be the narrative given by the interviewer.
Oh.
Because the other half of the book is mostly an interview with this woman named Genevieve, who's like really aggressive. She has a theory, just going off of what she knows and what it seems like they're lying about, that the series of events is... They get on the island with Lily not pregnant. Her and Kent fall in love. Then Dave gets jealous, kills Kent. And then baby dies. I don't know. I don't know what her theory was on the baby dying, actually, except, maybe also natural causes. But she thinks that Dave has Lily coerced into not talking about it and to give this false narrative.
Is that because they're acting weird?
Yeah.
And their lies don't match up?
A little bit. There's a little bit of mismatch, but it's mostly on Dave's part, because throughout the story, Lily is shown to be an excellent liar.
Oh.
Yeah. So anytime there's a slip-up, it's usually coming from Dave.
And she's the human lie detector, and she needs the story.
Yeah. She gets really mad because at the end of the story, she doesn't get the narrative that she wants from the interviews, because they're going to make a documentary out of it.
Oh.
And she's like, this could have won an Emmy or whatever news documentaries get awards for. I don't know.
Right. I'd be huge on YouTube. I'd get a Webby.
But yeah, Lily is explaining this whole situation to Dave, and the only reason he plays along at this point is because Lily basically has leverage over him via her connection, because not at this point, but later on, she's going to leverage her connection with him she threatens to cut him off completely if he doesn't continue going on with this narrative.
Oh.
And
I mean,
here's...
why are they lying about Kent, though?
because Lily is afraid she's going to get charged with murder.
Even though it's fairly clear self-defense and they basically did it together.
But there's no proof either way. And
Right. There would be no evidence aside from what she said, and she could just say, he assaulted me and I hit him with a rock.
But at the same time, from Lily's perspective, she knows now, through this series of events, bad shit can just happen.
Oh.
So she
worried. Feels unsafe in the world as a whole now.
Yeah.
Okay. And she wants to lie to protect herself.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, again, good characterization.
Right.
So here is a discussion between Lily and Dave. And Dave is, he's not content with late night 1 a.m. phone calls. I don't know, Lily whispered. He's a lot softer now, but I think things would be bad if he knew the truth. Really bad. I don't want to tell him. And she's talking about Jerry.
Right.
I wish I could tell him. Before all this, we didn't keep secrets, but now I feel like I'm always lying to him. That's because you are lying to him. Dave was running out of nice words on this topic, always finding it difficult to control himself when they talked about Jerry. Okay, how about this? I'll tell him. That way, he'll know everything about Margaret and Kent. Wouldn't he be interested in the truth about Paul? I'd love to tell him all about that little episode. Go wake him up and put him on. No way, I want to fly out. I want to see his face.
Dave is just grade A asshole.
Yeah, Dave is a piece of shit.
Wow.
You wouldn't do that. I think I would. I doubt he'd be as accepting as you think. Which, as I said later, Jerry does turn out to be very accepting.
Right.
So there's no reason for Dave to be saying this except
he's manipulating her.
Yeah, that's what he wants the situation to be. So that he can have her.
Right.
Yeah, I fucking hate Dave, and I don't feel like the book does enough to give him what he deserves.
Right.
So he just sucks, and the story is fine with it. I doubt he'd be as accepting as you think, and then I could have a place in your life that merits more significance than a secret phone call at 1 a.m.
Because, so he's willing to blow her life up if it means he can have her.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. But she says this. You're right, she admitted. He can't know. He can never know. Don't get any ideas, David, because if you ever tell him, I'll never speak to you again. Never.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. The finality in that phrase ripped through his chest like a knife. I wasn't serious, he backtracked. I don't know what I would do if I couldn't hear your voice.
He's willing to push to a point, but she makes very clear.
Yeah. She puts a line there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because they're not on an island, there's a million other men who would be willing to date her. She is not stuck between these two men. God, thank goodness. Because we always deal with like, oh, these are the two men in existence and you have to pick between them. And she's just like, no. No.
Yeah. I despise David as a character, and I can't tell what the author wants the audience to feel about him.
Right. Whether she means it to be kind of gray. Shades of gray here.
I don't know how gray the author intends Dave to be, because to me, it's perfectly black and white that Dave fucking sucks.
Right. He is not a good person.
Yeah. So let me set up the home dynamics for everyone. Lily is happy to be back with her kids, but she's lost the habit of her husband. But she still loves him. She is really distant, and they've also lost the habit of her too. Like, they had to pick up and go on without her, and they've learned how to get along without.
Right. So now reintegrating is really challenging.
Yeah, it causes some friction. They never used to argue. Now they're arguing all the time.
And she's traumatized. She has changed as a person because she has PTSD and trauma.
Yeah. So Lily and Dave call each other late at night. Dave, of course, still loves her. And she still loves him in some way. For me, my thought is she is like dependent on him, like emotionally. Like this was her only source of stability for almost 2 years.
They got used to each other.
Right.
Their habit was each other. And now they're having to break that and try to go back to their old lives.
Right. So messy, really messy. Which I think is what the author wanted. She wanted a bunch of messy relationship stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess some people are just into that. I hate it.
It kind of reminds me of Gone Girl.
Yeah.
Where you think oh, this poor woman is this victim. Oh, this guy is a piece of shit. And then you realize everyone sucks here.
Yeah.
All of these people are awful. I hate everyone.
Yeah. I don't remember enough about Gone Girl. I think I was not perfectly conscious throughout that time. I think I was in my teens and a piece of shit also.
Did you watch the movie or read the book?
No, I just read the book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember anything about it because I was like 18 and also a piece of shit like Dave. So, let's go to how Dave's life is going. Dave goes home and basically ignores his wife for 2 weeks.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that poor woman.
He never got over being mad at her.
Wow.
But Lily didn't take him back, so what else can you do except go back to your wife that you fucking hate?
Have a divorce and get a new life.
That's what they ought to do.
Yeah.
But they don't. Beth asks him, quote, "Are you happy to be home, Dave? Do you even want to be here?" Because that's crazy to me. He's been home for 2 weeks, and it's already that clear to Beth that he doesn't want to be there.
Right. And it's like, you were on an island starving, and you'd rather be there than here?
Yeah.
Wow.
So, Dave must have just been totally fucking ignoring her. Of course I am. What's going on, babe? What has you so anxious? You, Dave, you have me so anxious. I don't know if you can tell, but you're different now. I am different, Beth.
Please go to my room.
I just spent almost 2 years living away from home in a state of near starvation. I had to search every day for food to keep us alive, worry that a storm would come and blow our meager existence away. Any scratch or cut had the potential to kill us, not to mention the rats, snakes, fish, sharks, and countless other creatures. Living like that, he pounded a finger on the polished table, making the utensils jingle. And constant fear and desperation tends to change a person. Half of that whole thing was a vacation for him, because he was just having fun, having sex with the woman he actually loved.
Right.
And he's giving out this version to Beth.
Yeah.
So, and he said several times he was happy on the island to be with, just because he was with Lily. Mm-hmm. He was perfectly content to stay on the island forever as long as he was with Lily until they had the baby, and he also had to prioritize that.
Yeah.
So he's throwing this in her face like it's her fault somehow.
And like, okay, so you need to go to therapy, you need some anger management classes.
And you need to get a divorce.
Yeah.
Because you don't like this person.
Right. You're just going to make both of you miserable forever.
So, back to the quote. Then why does it seem like you want to go back? Why don't you want to be with me? Not everything is about you, Beth. He's got it in his mind that Beth is like a super selfish person, which, to be fair, she kind of is, but so is Dave.
Right.
So I don't know where
also, he's not reacting to being home like one would expect a normal person to act.
Right.
One would expect a person who, living on an island to be like, oh, my bed. Oh, a shower. Mm-hmm. Oh, food. Beer. Oh, I love this. I'm so happy. You would expect intense gratitude. You would expect, some malaise and depression and anxiety. You'd expect, jump scares when, a car backfires.
Right.
You would not be expecting the attitude that it feels like you want to go back.
Yeah.
That is not what you would be expecting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not everything is about you, Beth.
Oh, good.
I'm not worrying about myself, David. I'm concerned about you. I'm angry, and as much as I hate to admit it, I'm freaking jealous. I don't think I've ever seen you concerned for anyone but yourself, Beth. So they're just sniping at each other.
Yeah.
So they go on to why he hates her.
Oh.
It's about the eggs that died because Beth didn't get the hormone shots, and it's, as I mentioned earlier, that she was ashamed she couldn't make a baby by herself.
Right.
And thought she could do it without them. She apologizes, says it was the biggest mistake of her life, and she's sorry. So they decide to try and make it work.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When they should divorce.
Yeah. Which,
because,
but that would be kind of, like, think about it. You have just spent 2 weeks trying to reacclimate. Mm-hmm. Jumping straight to divorce at that does feel a little fast.
It does.
That
does seem rash.
I would try to get you're thinking of, oh, it never gets better, so they should have divorced here. Whereas they're thinking, like, it's going to take us months to get used to living together again.
Yeah.
He needs a lot of time to adjust back to society.
But I also don't think this is the time for them to try and have a baby.
Right.
I think this is a time for readjustment, figure out what they want, go to therapy.
Also, she doesn't know about the affair, though, right?
Not as far as I can tell.
Right. So she's not thinking, oh, he's moved on, he loves someone else. Mm-hmm. She's thinking, why isn't he happy here with me?
Yeah.
What can I do to make him happy? If I give him a baby, maybe he'll be happy to be home. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
So that's on Dave. He's being dishonest in this situation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Unless this is kind of a big part for later on the story for me. Mm-hmm. Unless I just missed a part where Beth was informed she does not know about Dave and Lily's love affair.
Right.
At this point in the story, Lily is still struggling with life, and she misses Dave. During a series of interviews that they're doing, they lie to their respective spouses about the time of an interview, and they take off together.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. There's several layers here that the story revisits, like, several times. Like, we keep going back to this moment and, like, peeling a layer, peeling another layer until we finally get to the truth. Mm-hmm. At the beginning, we think they're just continuing their relationship from the island and just cheating on their spouses, which at this point, I'm not sure if you could call it cheating because everything's so messy and weird now.
Right. Yeah.
So I wouldn't feel totally comfortable calling it cheating.
No, I wouldn't call it cheating either, but when you're back home...
Yeah, it's definitely lying.
Right. But, like, I think... choosing to continue the affair back in society, that is cheating at this point.
Yeah.
Because you are back home and pretending to be married to your spouse.
Yeah. But that's what you initially think. That's not actually what's happening.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So we find out they're actually going to a fertility clinic.
Oh, what?
Sidebar here. Jerry, having sensed the distance over the months, also looking at their phone bill and knowing about the late night phone calls between Lily and Dave, he's under the impression that Lily is cheating.
Right.
Understandably.
Yeah.
So he hires a PI to follow her.
Oh.
Yeah, more gray area there.
Yeah.
When he finds out where she's going, Oh, right. It's also important to point out at this point, Jerry knows that Lily and Dave had a relationship on the island. Mm-hmm. And that's how Lily got pregnant.
Oh, so he knows the baby wasn't his.
Right.
They're lying to the public, but not him.
Well, she's also lying to him. Lily doesn't know that Jerry knows.
Oh.
Because when she was in the hospital, the doctor talked to Jerry and said she had a recent pregnancy. So he knows it's not his.
Because he knows too much time has passed.
Right.
And this would have been a year plus if it was still his.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but he hasn't said anything.
Oh.
Yeah. So we find out later that Jerry is a very understanding spouse. Mm-hmm. So, but we'll get into that later. Right now, he's hired a PI to follow his wife and finds out she's going to this fertility clinic. So he goes there and confronts her, and she's there with Dave.
Okay.
So he confronts her and gives her an ultimatum. It's either Jerry and the kids, which I think it is said. I don't think Jerry said that he would take the kids away from her or anything like that. It's either Jerry or Dave.
Okay.
And ultimately, she picks Jerry.
Okay.
With the added caveat that she never speak to Dave again.
Right, because he doesn't want this friendship at all to continue. Mm-hmm. Why are they at a fertility clinic?
Well, I'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
But also giving your spouse ultimatums is also kind of a healthy...
It's not great.
Yeah.
This is not the best way to deal with it.
Yeah. Also, still understandable. They're all in a fucked up situation, and I can't put like a moral right or wrong.
No.
But it is important to say she never tells Jerry why they're at the fertility clinic.
Oh.
Because Jerry, and it is at this point under the impression, Lily and Dave were going to the fertility clinic to find out if they can have another baby or try to get pregnant again together.
Oh, weird. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's where Jerry's mind is at this point.
Right.
So that takes care of like all of the past events. Mm-hmm. Now we pick up where the book began with the present events. Mm. And I will say the author worked very hard and did a great job keeping the writing straight with itself. I looked as hard as I could for inconsistencies between the timelines or misunderstandings or something like that. And she did a great job.
Probably also had an editor who just went through and just tracked like storyline and timelines and stuff. Well, that's good.
So, as I said, I don't personally like the format, but it makes sense with this story. You're getting the story and comparing the two versions as the story goes on.
Mm-hmm. It's hot in the studio, folks. We're going to take a break and be right back.
Yeah, ads for fertility clinics. Go get pregnant.
Donate your eggs. Make money.
Yeah.
And we're back from these lovely, lovely ads. Let's finish this book.
Yeah, we've donated our eggs and our various gametes of whatever flavor.
That's how some people pay for like college stuff.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah. Anyways, back to it. Is it Jerry or Gary?
Jerry's the husband.
Jerry's the husband. And he's like assuming that they're trying to have a kid together, which is very weird.
Yeah. Which he knows they've had a relationship and they had a baby on the island. So it's not a huge jump. It is a little bit of a jump.
Right.
But not a massive leap by any means. So they get harassed for like a year or two constantly by the media. So they're just constantly getting bothered by the media, and Lily wants it to stop because it's stressing her the fuck out.
Right.
So with the help of her husband, Jerry, who is a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
They set up a final interview with an exclusivity clause so that they can't legally tell the story again.
And maybe that people will take the hint and stop asking.
Right.
Because they can say, nope, you can see our exclusive interview. We're not doing anymore. Okay.
So Lily and Dave are interviewed at separate times by the same interviewer, Genevieve Randall. This interview is actually an interrogation.
Weird.
Genevieve, as I said, has her own narrative, and she thinks that Lily and Kent had a sordid love affair and had a baby, and Dave got jealous and killed Kent.
Right.
So that's her angle, and she asks insanely inappropriate questions to people who went through a trauma.
Wow.
Mostly to Dave, but she does a little bit at the end to Lily. Genevieve grills Dave about Teresa, the flight attendant's death. If he was sure she was dead, did they check? Even though I'm sure I understand in the moment, you see this person fly up, break their neck, and then they're just totally still.
Right.
But there's room there left up for interpretation because, they didn't check her pulse or anything like that.
Right. Nobody investigated and touched her and stuff. But also,
they were in a plane crash.
In a plane crash sinking.
Yeah.
Kind of save yourself is the only really reasonable thing you can expect them to do, is get themselves on the life raft.
Yeah. So this interviewer is playing with that ambiguity.
Okay.
And trying to get under Dave's skin, because that's a lot of what she does, because throughout this interview she asks like really wild card questions, like trying to throw Dave off. If they don't work in the interview, then later on in the editing process they just get cut out.
Oh.
So she can ask wild, off-the-wall questions, and it doesn't affect the interview.
Kind of shady, underhanded.
Yeah, yeah, she definitely is.
Do we know where she works? Is it like a magazine or like a production
I think it's a big
company?
news outlet in this world.
All right.
I can't remember what. She also asked Dave all kinds of questions about Kent, who Dave despises for good reason, but he has to make like he actually liked the guy. That Kent was a good person. Otherwise, it looks suspicious.
Right.
So, more tension. The interview with Lily is much more like softballed at first. The only discrepancy I have about this part is that in Lily's version of events, Kent died after Paul was born, but in the interview, they talk about Kent's death before they start talking about Paul fully.
Okay.
Which only makes sense because of the way that the story is being told in this book. Because if you're telling it chronologically, baby is born, that's when you talk about the baby. Mm-hmm. Then Kent died, that's when you talk about Kent dying.
Right.
But in this interview, they do it backwards.
Okay.
So that doesn't make huge amount of sense, really. But it's the one discrepancy I could find throughout all of keeping up with all of this stuff in these timelines. So not a huge thing.
Right.
And it's doing it because it's at that earlier point, it's still concealing Paul's identity. So couldn't reveal that too early, or you spoil the surprise of who Paul is.
Oh, then yeah, that would be why she did it that way.
Right. Which doesn't make real sense, but when you're reading it, you don't pick up on it. It's only after the second read that I came upon that. Mm-hmm. So in hindsight, it looks silly now, but it's not like a huge thing. It doesn't like stick out like a sore thumb and like ruin the book for you or anything.
Yeah.
Genevieve is asking about Paul's last days alive. And Lily is very upset talking about this. So Genevieve pivots. Before we talk about his last day, I have a different question for you. Why are you lying to me, Lillian? What are you talking about? Lillian stuttered. This is what I'm talking about. Something's off about this Paul story. At first I thought perhaps you and Dave made him up to make your story more interesting. But then I watched interviews with the two of you. Do you know what I realized? You didn't arrive on the island pregnant, did you, Lily? Lily is like horrified that her web of lies is now being used to strangle her. Mm-hmm. But of course she doesn't actually have the right idea, but it strikes a chord with Lily.
Right. It's close enough that Lily will react.
Mm-hmm. That's when Jerry pipes up. I think that's enough, Jerry projects. Excuse me, Mr. Linden, but I thought you didn't want to be involved in this interview. I'm not speaking as Lily's husband. I'm speaking as her lawyer. You'll cease this line of questioning, Miss Linden, or we'll be forced to end this interview prematurely. So, Jerry's my hero.
Right.
So, this spoils the entire interview. Like, this was her one hard question for Lily. So it kind of spoils all of Genevieve's line of inquiry here. So the rest of the interview is just softballs.
Okay, because that's all she had. That was the actual only thing she had. Mm-hmm. And she was kind of guessing. Like, she doesn't have proof.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know what the doctor said to Jerry.
Mm-hmm. So she's got an idea, and she's kind of shooting in the dark, but yeah, it strikes a chord with Lily, and then Jerry has to come in and kind of save her.
Right.
So that's a third of the book at this point. Yeah, an entire third of the book is this false narrative and aggressive interview questions.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, the interview is put out after they edit out all the poor taste questions. For some reason, Lily and Jerry have a watch party for it with some of their friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also important to note, Dave and Beth have finally had a child.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm. And a family photo shows up on the interview. After Jerry and Lily watch the interview, they go up to bed. You did great tonight, Jerry says. Everyone had a good time, didn't they? You know that's not what I mean. Seeing Dave must have been rough. It wasn't great, but it's getting easier. That baby was cute, right? He was beautiful. Did he look like his brother?
Oh.
Brother? Dave and Beth don't have any other children. You know that. I was talking about Paul. So this is Jerry revealing that he knows the truth. So Lily panics. She'd almost gotten away with it, so she's freaking out now. But Jerry knows and has known like the entire time that she's been back. He explains them telling him at the hospital and that the pregnancy had been recent, and saw the way Dave was looking at Lily and asking about her and all that, and he puts two and two together.
Yeah, not hard to do.
Mm-hmm. Also tells Lily about the PI following them, and that's how he knew they were at the fertility clinic. And he was jealous and thought Lily was going to leave him. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you tell me? Do you know how badly I wanted to tell you? But I thought I'd lose you and the boys. I thought you'd hate me. I don't hate you. I didn't even hate you back then. I kept waiting for you to tell me. When you didn't, I couldn't bring myself to say anything. Too afraid you'd run off with Dave. Once we came home and all those news shows and reporters started to hound us, if we had to listen to it being talked about and judged on screens and millions of viewers through the world, it would have killed our family.
Right.
So, Jerry, very reasonable spouse, super good guy. He's the only character I like in the story.
Yeah. I mean, because that doesn't negate not telling him. It makes it understandable why you would lie to the public.
Right.
It doesn't make it understandable why you would lie to your husband.
Yeah. Well, it's also, the character has been so thoroughly traumatized. I can't really blame the character for
No, I'm not
lying.
blaming her. I'm just saying, she still should have told him, but it's kind of like you were saying before, how they're just not communicating, and that's what causes the drama and what causes the book to move forward.
So this is when we find out the real reason that Lily went to the fertility clinic. So Jerry earlier had put a moratorium on Lily calling Dave, but he lifts that now. She calls Dave, but very quickly the phone is taken by Beth, who has also figured out that Lily was the one who donated eggs for her pregnancy.
Oh.
And she's ecstatically happy.
Oh.
And, this is a weird semi-poly situation, something, but broadly, I think it's fine. Dave is going to simultaneously be fathering a baby with Beth and Lily, and everyone is informed and on the same page, so I'm mostly happy with this ending.
Okay.
Except in one respect. Beth doesn't know.
What?
Beth doesn't know about Dave and Lily's relationship on the island.
Oh, no. No.
And the book doesn't address it.
Okay, that's not cool. That's not great.
Yeah, at no point was it made clear that Beth was told about their little love affair. She's kept in the dark about carrying her husband's pseudo-affair partner's child.
Yeah.
Because Dave is obsessed with Lily and tricking his wife into carrying her child.
Right.
So this is as close as he can get to having Lily still.
Right. Because even if she signed away all rights, she has no legal, connection with the baby.
Right.
Everyone still knows that was her embryo.
So, yeah, just the loaded
her
reasoning.
eggs.
Yeah, just all the loaded reasoning Dave has that Beth doesn't know about
Yeah.
just spoils the fucking ending for me.
Oh my God.
If we could just go back and make it totally clear that Beth is aware that they had a relationship and is understanding in the same way that Jerry is.
Right.
Perfect ending.
Yes.
It's weird, it's wild. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
It's just that Beth is not aware, as far as I can tell.
And the fact that he hates her, but he's staying with her and having Lily's genetic baby.
I attribute Dave's reason for staying with a woman that he hasn't spent the entire book hating so that he could do this.
Wow.
And the book plays this as weird and happy ending, and that's just horrifying to me.
That is horrifying.
Because I don't think Beth deserves that.
No. I mean, she could be a royal bitch and still should be made aware of the whole situation.
Yeah.
In order to consent to this.
Yeah. So, now to get off my high horse, I don't think the author intended for this little extrapolation. In, the sea of lies and people's intentions, she probably just forgot to put a scene in where Beth was made aware.
Yeah.
Which, she's a side character amongst
and
a
it's
bunch of others.
possible it got cut, this was too long, you have to cut something.
Or just forgot. I'd allow for forgetting. I forget shit all the time. It's fine.
Right.
In an otherwise well-made story dealing with so much information, I can see that one slipping through the cracks. But just as it's written on the page, I hate this ending.
Yeah.
Other than that, this story is wonderfully crafted, aside from a couple of things that, in my opinion, I just don't really like the characters.
Yeah.
I don't like it personally, but that doesn't make it not good.
Right.
It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
So, I was originally going to give it a B, and if the ending was changed, I would give it an A. But now, contextualizing the whole rape scene for me kind of helps it a little bit.
Right, because without thinking through her as a character, because when you described it to me a couple of times, and I was like, that's super confusing. That doesn't make any sense. What is going on? And, we've dealt with books that had, rape apologetics, or where it's not called rape, whatever. And so I was just like, ready to come in and be like, God, this author's awful. But then looking at her personality, it's like, okay, within her and how she behaves, this is making sense.
Yeah.
Also, during the break, we were talking about how Dave is noticing Kent's intentions, probably partly because he also wants Lily. Mm-hmm. He has spent the first half of the book wanting Lily.
Yeah.
And he sees Kent as a competitor, and they both want her affections. Kent is just willing to go too far to take them.
Yeah.
And Dave is willing to, control himself and behave.
Yeah.
I think all of the characters are well written. They're just unlikable.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like anyone else but me would like this book. Mm-hmm. Or just someone who enjoys this kind of story. I don't like it. I really do appreciate how good it is. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and land on like
a B,
low A for me.
B+.
High B, low A. Something down there.
Yeah. That was Wreckage by
Emily Bleeker.
Interesting. I might try out some of her other books and see what they're like.
I think she's a really talented author. So
yeah.
I give good props for this one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was enjoyable. Knowing you, I can see your frustration.
Yeah.
And yelling at the page. Just talk to them! Mm-hmm. Just fucking tell the truth and talk to them!
Yeah, which I again recognize that kind of ruined. There's no story if everyone just communicates like a normal human.
Right, because, if everyone is perfect and communicates perfectly, there will be no drama, no interesting things to happen.
Yeah. So, that's this one.
Thank you for your suggestions. We really appreciate them. Thank you for giving us comments on our other episodes. We really appreciate every time you guys like us on Blue Sky or download and listen. It has been really, really fantastic. It's been a great 2 years.
Yeah, it's been fun.
So we will email us at BiblioWrecks@gmail.com, BiblioWrecks@gmail, and we're going to try to get together a Reddit community and some other stuff, and we'll let you all know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Thank you. You just say thank you back.
Thank you back. I'm tired and it's hot. I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Bye.
Bye.